Meghan Markle is blasted by her sister for inviting complete strangers to her wedding and not her family as she shares photos of the two of them together. Meghan Markle's estranged half-sister has accused the actress and Prince Harry of inviting complete strangers to the royal wedding in a furious Twitter rant. Samantha Grant, who shares a father with half-sister Meghan, said the former Suits actress should have invited several family members out of respect. At issue is not a matter of closeness as more than 1,000 complete strangers are invited, she tweeted. Family is family. I have an uncle I have only seen once but I would never say he is not family because we are not close. Humanitarians move forward with love and kindness especially to family. Ms. Grant, who uses a wheelchair after being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, later changed her profile picture to a snap of her and Meghan together when they were younger. She then added, "Smoke and mirrors cannot hide the elephant in the room." Out of respect, tradition and humanitarianism, the hashtag Markles should be invited if 2,000 complete strangers are invited. Our uncle who got her the internship, brother, me, best friend of 30 years Nikki Pretty, nephews. Fact. In the past, Ms. Grant has claimed to have raised Meghan for 12 years when she was growing up in California. But other sources speculate that the pair had little to do with one another. Ms. Grant, who is writing a book on Meghan, shared the photo of them together alongside the caption, "All-time favorite pic of her." The palace announced on Wednesday that world leaders and politicians would not be included on the list of those attending the wedding. U.S. President Donald Trump, UK Prime Minister Theresa May and the Obamas have not been invited to the wedding. Although the couple did decide recently to invite an extra 1,200 members of the public to the castle for the celebrations as rewards for their community work. Among those includes Amelia Thompson, 12, a schoolgirl who survived the Manchester bombing. Speaking to ITV's Good Morning Britain today, Amelia said she was very excited. "I'm really excited to go," adding that she didn't have a clue until receiving an email to tell her that she was going. She added, "I was speechless. At first I didn't think that it was real. But then when we started to read it and got into further detail, we was like this is genuine." Her mother Lisa Newton said, "She's had a rough couple of years, and just to see her face smile, I'm just really proud of her. And she's been so brave and so inspiration that she deserves it." Asked about her plus one, Amelia added, "It's a lady called Sharon and her granddaughter died at Manchester Arena, so I decided to take her." Kensington Palace announced in March that members of the public would be among the crowds allowed into the grounds of the castle to share in the atmosphere of the wedding. Her father Thomas was recently pictured reading a book entitled Images of Britain in an apparent revision exercise prior to the wedding. Mail Online contacted the royal household who declined to comment. The Lucky Group were nominated by the 9 regional Lord Lieutenant offices after Harry and Meghan asked for those picked to come from a broad range of backgrounds and ages, including young people who have shown strong leadership, and those who have served their communities. Kensington Palace announced the group would be among the crowds allowed into the grounds of Windsor Castle to share in the atmosphere of the May 19 wedding at St. George's Chapel. Among those chosen are Philip Gillespie, 30, of Ballymena, Northern Ireland, who was a former section commander in the Royal Irish Regiment. The Solider lost his right leg in 2010 aged just 22 4 months into his third tour of Afghanistan when he stepped on an improvised explosive device, IED, needing 3 operations at Camp Bastion before he was airlifted to hospital in the UK for further treatment. Since then he has dedicated his life to charity, raising cash and awareness for ABG the Soldiers Charity, and has recently competed in team trials for rowing, swimming and archery at the next Invictus Games, set up by Prince Harry. Mr. Gillespie said it is a wee bit surreal to think he will be there next month with his girlfriend Kirsty Crawford. "It's a massive privilege, it will be a huge spectacle," he added. Others invited to attend include Ruben Litherland, 14, from Derby. The St. Benedict Catholic Academy pupil, who is deaf, has set up a lunchtime sign language club at school. Georgia Furs, 12, has also been chosen for her work as ambassador for the Steel Bones charity which works with the amputee community. Georgia is an amputee from birth, having lost her left leg, but has overcome adversity to help others in similar situations. She has also set up an anxiety group for new students at her school in Ely, Wales, to help them cope with the adjustment to higher education. Teenager Kai Fletcher, who found himself homeless at 15, has also been invited to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. Kai had a difficult childhood growing up in a household troubled by alcohol and domestic violence, and later found himself homeless. After turning to Bath-based charity Southside for help, the 18-year-old now works for the organization as a young advocate team leader, having turned his life around. "It was a bit surprising. I am looking forward to going, really excited," he said. Mr. Fletcher, who lives in Bath, said he would be taking his sister Louise with him to the wedding at Windsor Castle next month. Zoe Royndle, 20, from Pennygreg in Wales, will be lucky enough to see the couple for a second time, having met them during a recent visit to Cardiff Castle. She said Harry told her she was definitely a role model for her work with the Valley Kids charity, which helps disadvantaged children and families.